Barber Stylist, good morning. Mr. B here from our headquarters in Freeport, New York. Scissor salute to everybody. I want to talk about a problem I have with some of my competition. And it bothers me and it burns me because there's barbers and stylists that are being hoodwinked and taken advantage of. It seems quite often. Now, you're big online, you're big on social media, you have a lot of search engines and you're up there and stuff. But these big guys that really don't need to fool you to make the sale, they're fooling you. This morning, and I got to talk quick because we're running out of time, but when it says made in the USA, let's be straight up and let's tell it like it is. Please be careful. There's even American flags on some websites. It says made in the USA, but you scroll down and it says USA products available. So to the big guys with the big websites and search engines, tell it like it is. Scissor salute later, Mr. B.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop. Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon. My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop. I got a show where you can listen and view. My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop. Bringing barbers and stylists together with the scissor salute. My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop. One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy. Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor! Salute! Salute!
And we're on. And I got to tell everyone to swipe up real quick. We're not on the screen. It just says
Paradise Studio.
Just says Paradise Studio. 3, 2, 1 we're on.
Hey.
Welcome to the ScissorSalute Show. I'm your host, Eli the Barber, co-host.
Blaze and Blush. Thank you for joining us.
And the show, oh, look at you, Ron, Blaze and Blush. Thank you for joining us.
You know I got a freestyle like
Got
you.
some
I have
bars.
to get my bars up.
The show is co-produced by the co-owner, New York and Queen, and produced by the owner, Sefro. We're broadcasting live from Paradise Studios via StrongIsland.tv and LA's on the boards. Let's get into the meaning of the Scissor Salute, which is a gesture, compliment, greeting, brand, and lifestyle dedicated to bringing barbers and hairstylists, makeup artists together worldwide. And we use the Scissor Salute Show as an outlet to actually make that happen. Every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we give the opportunity for the visual artists to come down here and showcase their skills live on the Scissor Salute stage, while also conducting interviews with them so you can find out how they got started, where they currently are, where they plan to be going on their journey. Now, this is the age of the independent educator, and we love that we're getting the industry back from these big companies that have been making money off of us for all these years, and due to the social media. So if you think, you know what, I would like to do something like that, but, you know, I would like to test it out first, and you'd like to come here and showcase on the stage, or advertise with us or book us for your next event, all you have to do is just email us, scissorsalute@yahoo.com. Leave all your contact information and we'll get back to you in the order that the email is received. By the way, if you're watching the show right now going, man, I'd like to show some support, very easy. Underneath my finger right here, there's the share button. Press that share button, put it on your timeline, and you could also press the share button again and just start inviting people and annoying people. You can do that.
We don't want to do that, though.
I do it all the time. That's why if you're watching the show, I'm looking down and I'm sharing the program on Facebook and Snapchat and everything else. I'd like to thank everybody who came to the Super Bowl extravaganza at my house yesterday. Usually don't talk about stuff like this, but they reneged on the 5-gallon challenge of Hennessy. We had the big water jug.
5 gallon?
We had the big water jug and we were filling it up with Henny. So now if you wanted some, you just go like that.
5 gallon?
5 gallons, yeah, but it didn't make it out. But definitely like to send a happy birthday to Ivan the Barber 1.
Happy birthday.
Diamond D the Barber for coming through with all came through with so much seafood. And then he cooks seafood. I'd also like to congratulate all the Eagle fans out there. I had people crying. There was crying. Hey, we made it. I waited all my life. I was like, bruh, you're not on the field.
My team has been out. The Giants have been out.
Well, listen.
So.
Listen. You at least seen them win some Super Bowls. I'm a Jets fan.
Oh,
you know what happens?
never.
You know what happens when you're a Jets fan? You become a sports football expert about everything else except your team because there's really nothing to study. So that's what it ends up
That's
becoming.
like being a Knicks fan, though.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it goes Mets, Knicks, Nets, Jets. It's just a mess, but.
Yeah.
We become experts of the sport. So it's like Met fans are like all experts of like baseball. You know, Net fans and Knicks fans are expert knowledge on basketball because there's really nothing excited about your team. So anyway, I'd like to salute all the Philadelphia Eagle fans out there. I know it's been a long time coming. And again, Jermone, he was very emotional, ran out my house, ran down the block. I'm not lying. Ran down the block and then ran back in. As a gift from the house, we gave him a bottle of Dom P 95.
Nice.
And he opened that, sipped that. So again, yeah, so this all the outlets for the Scissor Salute Show is at Scissor Salute Show on Instagram, YouTube, all across the board. And if you're watching us right now, give us the thumbs up, press the share button, share with everybody. Again, if you would like to advertise with us or come down here and showcase or simply be interviewed, you can email us scissorsalute@yahoo.com. Now let's get into last week's showcase. Let's do a recap.
We missed you last week.
Yeah, well,
It was
my son, he's about to get braces, so we had to go to the dentist place over there with orthopedics, whatever it is. So he had to, we had to recap this. We got to make sure the insurance is going through. And the technology they have now is like crazy. They was showing like my son's what his teeth are gonna look like at the end of the braces, and she was doing that all like on the touchscreen, going like this. I was like, ain't that some?
Yeah, my daughter has to get braces too. I'm nervous. How's he feeling about it?
Nah, he's happy about it. I'm nervous about the payment because even with the insurance covering it, we still got to come out of pockets $2.
It's expensive.
Let's do a recap of last week's show, man. I'm over here talking.
Last week.
And my daughter got to get braces too.
Both of them?
Yeah, and I didn't have braces, neither does wifey. She don't have braces, neither do I. I never had braces.
So what you saying, Eli the barber?
I don't know. The braces are very expensive. That's what I'm saying.
You think they could just skip out on it and they'll be fine?
No. I won't. We told them you're gonna have to go through this for a little bit, and it's gonna be like that. Do we have footage of last week's show? Are we going into that?
Oh,
Bueller? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so last week. Okay.
Hold on,
so,
that's me. You
that's
jumping
you.
in
I'm
there.
sorry.
You just jumping in there. So, salute to Harry Houdini, Danielle, and Blazing Burst. Look at you with the iCup Pro. Hosting. They hosted the show last week. Harry Houdini, very familiar. He's a Babbler's Pro educator. He's also a DJ, photographer, father.
Magician.
The magician. It just keeps on going down. Keeps on. And he's also fills in for us time to time. And Danielle's a hairstylist. And she's doing the yoga. She's yogaing, right? She's a yogi?
Yeah.
She's
And
yogi,
you know what
right?
was funny? She said that being on this is a Salute show actually like woke her up and made her get into fitness because seeing herself on camera kind of woke her up. So that was dope.
It'll do that. It'll do that.
Salute is out here changing lives.
One haircut at a time or one show at a time. That's what we're doing, changing lives. And from Casper's Cuts, located in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, we have Sierra. Her IG handle is Braided by C, and that's CEE. And what's that, Princess Leia? She did like a Princess Leia.
Yeah, that
braids.
was, you know what? Seeing it in this picture is beautiful, but seeing it in person was amazing. So she had kind of got it started before she even came here, and she finished it up. But
yeah, a lot of braiders have to do that. I know Gingy came down here, and she got it started a little bit early, and she did the skull. That skull, the skull thing went viral. But it's great to see. I love when braiders come down here. I'm a little upset that I missed it because there's just so much intricate artwork and detail that goes. Like, how are they braiding in little tiny hairs right there.
I don't know.
I feel like my fingers are just they cramping up right now thinking about braiding. And I'd like to see if she has the crazy pinky like the rest of the braiders that came here.
Yeah, it's always like.
The pinky's just like you use your
Yeah.
pinky. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to see them play video games. They probably kill it. They probably killing video games. And from the Perfect Cut, located in Seaford, New York,
Sandy.
we had
That's my
Sandy. Every time I
girl.
hear Sandy, I think of
Sandy.
Greece. Sandy.
And her son, he's so cute.
Well, she came down here. She's from the Perfect Cut too. This little background about Sandy. She had the big shop. She had the big shop, and she got rid of it and then came back. Now she has like a studio, exclusive, more intimate, and she gets to take care of her clientele more. You know, show them a little bit more love and really pays attention to service. And look, she did her hair looks great too.
Yeah,
I
her
mean,
hair always looks great.
she did her son's hair, but her hair looks great. Yeah, says salute to that. And freelance microblader. That's what I'm really upset.
Yeah, we had a full house last week.
That's why I'm really upset because the microblading, to me, I feel is just another outlet for our profession to really take advantage of. And do not, I repeat, do not be surprised when you see barbers starting to do this microblading.
Well, they are. They're doing what is it called? The
Well,
scalp.
they're doing the scalp
Yeah,
micro,
micropigmentation.
yeah, they doing all the hairline.
Which is like the same thing, though. It's the same technique.
Yeah, well, this is Nicole. Her IG handle is ZenBrows7. And yeah, do not be surprised when you see barbers really taking this because there's so many barbers that are artists. There's so many barbers that if you see their doodles, they can sell their doodle, like their little whatever type of writing they do in the morning time. They could probably sell it. Like you ever see Al Uppercut's drawings?
No, I don't think
I'm like,
so.
man, Los Cutted's drawings?
Oh, I've seen his. Yeah.
You got Rob the
So-
Original, Andy Authentic. A lot of these barbers that you see doing some amazing haircuts and these amazing designs, you grab them a piece of paper and a pen, and they're gonna do some amazing artwork too. They're just artists.
And I see that a lot of them are either like becoming tattoo artists or tattoo artists are becoming barbers.
Yeah.
Because it
goes
still
hand
an
in
art
hand.
form.
And the call-in last week from Maestro's Classic headquarters, located in historic Bristol, Pennsylvania, we had Antonino Lombardi. Wow, that name.
That's his name.
That's a
That's-
you hear
that's-
that
yeah.
person's coming to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
house.
yeah,
You're a little scared.
Yeah.
Who's coming? Antonino. Antonino who? Antonino Lombardi. Ah, man. Don't get it. Anyway, salute to Antonino Lombardi, Nino the Nice. Love this guy. He submitted a video of different approaches to cut kids that have autism. I love the techniques. I myself use them techniques over many of the years of me doing hair. You just develop it. And he works over there at Maestro's Classic headquarters. He is part of the Beard Proper. In other words, you know, it's just something. I love the title. They have Beard Proper, and then they have Beard Authority. Beard Authority is
And
the
he was
more.
talking about the rooms and the different.
Well, yeah, the room to the left. You walk to the Speakeasy Grooming Lounge that they have at headquarters. Then you have the Beard Proper to the left and the Beard Authorities to the right. The Beard Proper is more exclusive, one-on-one. It's just one chair in there. Beard Authority has two of them. The Beard Proper is more like the up-to-date styles, sheer work, up-to-date styles. And then the Beard Authority is just that the classic cuts. You know, the
Hot
low fade
towel,
with the yeah, but I mean like it's not the classic cut like what most people think. It's all the classics like the Caesar. The Caesar is a classic haircut. You know, the Caesar with a taper. You could many different ways. Baldy, you know, the baldy with the beard. I'm a baldy with the beard. And then there's different things. I like to salute Nino. They're doing a lot of work over there in Maestro's Classic. And again, if you'd like to order some Maestro Classic, just hit me up. Eli the Barber. DM me,
Right.
let me know, and
The
ask me
plug.
how. Ask me how. And I'll let you know now. So, who do we have tonight?
This week, I'm so excited. Okay, we have owner of Paramount Styles located in Dix Hills, New York, Lou the Fagician, and that is at the FADEGICIAN. My brother.
The screen is different, right?
Is
LA, the screen different?
What, in the back?
Yeah, no, this right here.
Oh, is it?
I'm sorry, guys. Listen, the show is live. This is a live show. And now I'm coming over here and it's just different. It's a different setup right now. And I'm over here like Kevin Hart, like, what's going on? Why am I looking at the TV? And
My
it's different.
forehead always like distracts me, so I don't pay attention to anything.
I'm sorry,
behind us.
continue.
Okay, and calling in the owner of Kate's Cuts, located in Bonita Springs, Florida, and she'll be giving us a couple of tips and advice on the business of barbering. I've listened to her a few times, and she is phenomenal. So we're looking forward to that. And do we still have Juanito the barber calling in?
No, Juanito's not going to be able to make it.
Okay, he's not calling in. Okay.
Nah, we have Udi.
Udi, okay. Okay, cool.
You
So
see? And now I'm
Udi.
like, I hit him up like, is it Uday?
is it pronounced Udi or Udi? Because
Udi,
it says
Udi.
Udi. Okay. So he'll be calling in, owner of Fast Fade, located in Claremore, California. So we have an
Yes.
exciting show for you tonight.
And now let's get into this. We were talking before the show. Now, for those who don't know, again, this is the ScissorSalute show, live show for barbers, hairstylists, makeup artists. Yvette over here is a barber student at the ABI in Manhattan, which is located that dead center right there. And that used to be like the only barber school. Now there's barber schools popping up. Matter of fact, you know, where I work, William Floyd High School has a BOCES.
And they have a barber program?
They have a barber program
That's
in the
dope.
high school. ScissorSalute to Monty's from Monty's
That's
Barbershop. He's actually, there's probably a couple other teachers that are doing the barbering thing. But as I know, he's the one that is doing it there. And ScissorSalute, congratulations.
That's
to
dope
that.
because they only had a cosmetology program for a
Yeah,
long
but
time.
now they have a barber
Cool.
program. So ScissorSalute again to Monty's. So let us know what did you go through today?
This fade thing is just really stressing me out. So I faded a client who had straight hair, and I don't know if anybody feels the same way I do, but I feel like fading straight hair is harder than fading coarse hair. What do you think, Eli?
I mean, it all depends, but I'm going to take all the different barbers that I heard over the years, and I'm going to say, yes, it is harder. The fade hits. If it hits real good with the coarse hair. But when you finally get that straight hair fade, you ever see Last Dragon?
Of course.
That's when you got the glow. But I told you 2 weeks ago, there's a universal precaution method that I use. Now, other barbers that I've talked to, such as like E-Dub, that dude, Ivan the Barber 1, a lot of other barbers only use the 3-guard and go down. In other words, they reduce all their bulk.
First.
They reduce all the bulk with different methods. They use buzz over comb, scissor over comb, you know, scissor over fingers, whatever it is, but they don't like using big guards. Me, on the other hand, I don't care. I'll use the biggest guard all the way down. So, again, you have that straight hair. Was it a skin fade?
Yeah, it was a skin fade.
How was the canvas? Was it a bumpy canvas? You know, or was it a smooth canvas? Because sometimes they got the crevices.
Yeah.
Then we got the crevices like over here behind the ear, and then that's it. If you messing around with someone who has pooch head, you know, the pound puppies on the side of wrinkles, then now you're starting to sweat. Even though I've been doing hair for damn near, you know, decades. I got decades in this. You get that pooch head, you like, man.
He didn't, though. He didn't, thank God.
Okay.
And he had a pretty smooth surface. He had a speed knot on the side.
Yeah, speed 9 got punched.
I don't
Got
know
world
what
star?
that was about.
You got world star?
I mind my business, so I didn't ask. But other than that, it was
Okay,
a
so where
smooth
would you see
service.
the problem? Because I'm telling you,
Fading
put
it.
the 8-guard on. If you're watching the show right now, we're talking about straight hair, fading straight hair. And we're going to have Lou DeFages, and he's going to be showcasing in moments. But we're just, you know, some small talk. Again, this is a live program. Just doing some small talk. I'm just gonna go over my techniques, what I do. Now, what I do might be different from what you do or what you would suggest. Again, I put the 8-guard on. I put the lever down. When you put the lever down, that means the guard is at the highest, the longest it's gonna be. So the 8-guard, you know, the one that's really big. Most barbers don't even use it. Now I'm gonna put my canvas this
So
big.
you use 8 regardless of how long
It does.
the hair
If
is?
the hair is long, that's it. It's to me, it's universal precautions.
Okay.
Again, I'm not cutting. I have clientele that comes religiously. Then I have new clientele. New clientele, I'm universal precautions. And when you first start cutting hair, if it's I'll say your first 6 months, you can go to this technique, and I'm guarantee you, I will get a call, a text, and it's gonna say, "Thank you, Eli." What you're gonna want to do is you put any guard that you put on, whether it's 8, 7, all the way down, lower the level. That means it's at its longest length. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go again. I'm looking at the clock, so you're watching the screen. It's gonna go from 5 to 11. See that? I'm going 5 to 11. Well, I want to go 7 to 1 and then 5 to 11. See that? That's the stroke. If you got a clock. Picture that. Now you're just making an X pattern, but you're making the slashes this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're scooping the ice cream. Scoop the ice cream. Scoop the ice cream. Other barbers like to scoop the ice cream and actually guide their hair with their comb into the buzzer. You could try that
I've
too.
seen that.
But now that's a lot more dedication.
Right, and that's a little more advanced,
That's
right?
a little something that you might want to do a year into fading.
Right.
Or once you feel like you have the glow. Because once you have the glow, you're sitting there and you just want to call the barber next to you like, "It's working! I'm doing it! It's working here." Again, so you grade an 8 guard, 6 this way, 6 this way, close it now. 6 this way, 6 this way. Take it off, put the 7 back on. Put a 7 on. Open it up. 6 this way, 6 this way, close it. All the way down to your 1 guard. Now you have to remember when you start with your 8 guard, let's just say you're swiping up like this. You swipe like this. By the time you get to that 1 guard, your swipe's gonna be this way. And again, now when you get to that 1 guard, you're most likely gonna be using the corner of the buzzer.
Right.
You're not going to be fading with the whole thing. You fade with the whole buzzer when you have any guard on, especially when you get down to that 1, 2, 3. You're going to just make another line, especially with the 1 guard, the 1/16, or just the open blade down. If you just lay that buzzer down flat on the canvas and think that you're going to fade, you got another thing coming, and that's called sweat. It's going to be dripping down your back. And you're going to be like, "What did I just do?" Oh. So basically what I'm trying to say is this. When it comes down to the 1 guard, the 2 guard, 1 guard, mostly the 1 guard and down, that's when you're going to want to stretch the skin, grab the canvas, grab the scalp, stretch the skin, and now you're just going to want to use the corner. It's like you grab the buzzer here, you're going to go to the corner. So is Lutefic Magician, you up on there? Come on, man. We're over here discussing different techniques to talk about cutting straight hair now. Other techniques that people would like to use is the buzz over comb.
I use that to get the bulk out at the top.
What's going on here? Where's the problem?
I'm just not comfortable with it. I feel like there's so much room for error. I'm just not comfortable with it. I haven't figured out my way yet.
I guarantee you use the universal precautions.
All right, I'm going to try
Just
it.
to start off with. The universal precautions that I've created is just to start off with. Again, it's not, if you're an advanced barber, you're going to be like, "Yo, Eli, really?" No, it's not designed for an advanced barber. The universal precaution is designed actually for person for you cutting their first time.
Right.
And you're guaranteed. But someone like yourself, you're a student, it's foolproof. Because what's going to happen is this. You're going to go from 6 this way, 6 this way to, "Oh, I could do this 3. And then I could do this 3. And then it's done. You're going to come up with your own thing. Eli, listen, your universal precautions is good, but now I'm skipping clips. Because some barbers skip clips. Some people might go 8, 6, 4, 2. And then fade down. Feel me? And then everyone has their own different techniques, but again, the one I'm talking about is universal barber precautions, where you use the 8 guard, you fade all the way down, and just to be safe, you do 6 strokes from 7 to 1. If you got a clock here, picture 7 to 1, and then 5 to 11. In other words, you're going this way. Don't go straight up. Don't go from 6 to 12. Don't go south to north, because that's when you make another line. And it's just like you said, the room for error.
That line is like the devil, that line.
And you could also just do a fade with the 2-guard, which I use the Speedo guy, so it would be, I think, a regular 0. Just a 0.
I started off with a 2, and then I did some scissor over comb. I did some clip over comb to get the bulk out at the top.
But now that clip over comb, again, now if you're not familiar with this, slap a guard on. Slap a guard on.
Over the comb, okay.
You grab the buzzer, and I'm gonna, again, I use Speedo guys, which is the red clips. Grab the buzzer and put the guard on. Put a guard on when you do buzzer over comb. That's just another universal precaution. It's to be on the safe side. Because again, you go in there with a lot of dedication, there's the sweat. And I'm saying that because it gets sweaty real quick and you're just...
Because, when you watch other
you're hating
people...
life.
Yeah, exactly. I hated life today. You watch other people and they make it look so easy. Like one of my instructors is like, you got to use that Asta 76. Oh, Lulu Fagician is up.
All right, well, I'm just going to go into the chat room real quick. ScissorSalute to Omira Rodriguez tuning in.
ScissorSalute.
And congratulations to the...
We got Odell Beckham
in the building. We got Odell up in the studio. Odell's here. You see him shaking his head. He's like, man, I knew it was going to happen. Boy, when you get your hair cut like that and
early.
You dye your hair blonde, that's what happens. It's not
Fagician.
Oh, listen, okay, so it's not Odell, it's Owell. We got Owell. My man, though, listen, man, thank you so much for coming down here and being a model anyway, man. Just cracking jokes like we do in the barbershop.
We appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Okay, so ScissorSalute to Kate Cut. She's tuning in, too. She's going to be calling in. Again, if you're watching the show right now and you want to show some support, very easy. While you're watching the show, you press the share button. Wow, now what we got going on here, we got Lou Fagician from Paramount Styles located in Dix Hills, New York. He is doing a mohawk on this young man right here. The mohawk, it's a haircut that's not going to go away.
No.
We thought it was going to go away, and it just keeps on getting remixed. And you know what? Love the mohawk. You hit it. You hit the mohawk really good, and it just makes the haircut look good. Okay, so if you're a hairstylist right now, and you're wondering why he has gloves on to prevent hair splinters. He also has gloves on so it could be a little bit more sanitary and better grip on the buzzers. And it's just a good look too. So there's many different benefits for having it. If you're wondering what kind of buzzers he has the magic clips in his hand. Those are cordless. They're made by Walls. Those are the magic clips, flat blade, surgical blade, put on that's the blade right there.
Those are my favorites lately.
Now again, he's not using the Speedo guards clips. Those are the guards I use. But I do know he probably has the 2 or the 1.5 guard on right now. And he's basically going over somewhat of the methods that I was talking about. He's been cutting this guy for a while. So he knows the head and he knows which way he's going to be doing the swipes. If he really wanted to fade that, because that's a disconnect. You're looking at this mohawk, but it's a disconnect. In other words...
It's like a undercut, right?
It's somewhat like an undercut. At the parietal ridge right there, it's a disconnect.
Ooh, it's fancy.
So now he has the 1 guard on, and if you notice, there goes that stroke I'm talking about from 7 to 1. Because the grain of the hair does not grow from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. In other words, from north to south. Preferably, a lot of the times, I'm over here trying to use some Stephen A. Smith and just messed up. A lot of the times on the right side of the head, I notice that the hair tends to grow from 1 to 8. I don't know why.
On the right side?
On the right side of the head, I've been noticing that. And then on the left side of the head, the hair grows, it seems to be the better side. Even if you watch people post up haircuts, they usually post up the left side of the head. I don't know why. Check it out. Go through IG. Call me out. Go ahead. I don't care. Call me out.
I never noticed that. But, your eye is a whole lot more changed.
Well, yeah, I got the LASIK surgery, too. I'm bummed out because I heard I heard you got to get re-zapped, man. I'm like, I don't want to pay for the re-zap. This guy was like telling me he's getting freaking zapped for free. That's little George Costanza. That's that's what's trending in Jedi Barbershop. George Costanza yelling. Okay, so now we go back to the fade right here. I believe he's at the open blade. He's still continuing with that stroke from 7 to 1. Obviously, the grain of his hair is growing from the from the forehead down to his ear.
You would be a great commentator.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm trying to give you play-by-play. So now we got the open blade. Now, if you notice, the stroke is a little bit shorter, but he's using the left side of the guard. That buzzer is not flat. Now he's using the right side of it. That is what we would, to make it simple, if you're a hairstylist watching, it is equivalent to point cutting with the buzzer, where you're point cutting with the buzzer. And you're really going in for the detail right there. And again, I cannot get over this cordless buzzers. I'm sorry. And I'm all-headed and stubborn. I love my Andis Masters. Andis, you need to make Masters cordless and make them affordable, because I'm not going to pay $300 for no cordless Masters,
Did you see the T outliner?
Yeah, did you see the prices on that?
I will not be getting
Bruh.
that ever in life.
Bruh. Okay, now you can see the smooth transition going on right there.
Hey.
Yeah, man, you an athlete, though? Tell me you at least play sports. Okay, you play... Oh, I might need you on Above the Rim, man. I'm in a basketball league, man. And the whole problem is I'm 5'6", okay? and I don't have handle. That's the thing. Like most people my height know it could dribble, and they got like the yo-yo dribble. I ain't got nothing. I used to have a shot, but that shot got left back in the 90s. We're already 2 decades into 2000. So again. If you're watching now he's just putting on final touches. And again, hairstylists, don't be misled, and new barbers that are watching the show, don't be misled. The techniques that I'm talking about, even when I'm done, you still have to go back and edit the haircut. It's like editing. So now, Lou's pretty much is done, but he's going over some final touches. He really wants that transaction to be smooth. He wants this gentleman's haircut to look good, you know, from every angle when you're looking at it. You know, not just from the side, not just from the front, you know, if he's at the bar. Like, let's say he's on the basketball court and, you know, someone's in the crowd watching him. They could be like, wow, oh, you see that layup? Did you see his fade? No, he just dunked. Did you see his fade, though? Come on, barbers and hairstylists. You know he be watching TV, watching sports. He comes up to the foul line all sweaty and stuff. You're like, oh, man, who did this haircut, man?
Who did that haircut?
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's keep this haircut up. I don't care what it is. If you're watching the show right now, press that share button. And if you leave a comment, I'm on the line right now. Comments. So, ScissorSalute to Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Oh, she said she got hair splinters, too. Gloves
she
won't help.
Gloves.
And ScissorSalute to Wifey just tuned in, Saleka.
Hi,
ScissorSalute to
Wifey.
Ellie and Yasmin. Now, we've been doing something at the house, and I suggest, my son came up with it, but it's great. At the end of the day, we say, what was the best part of the day?
Oh, that's cool.
And then we ask what was the worst part of the day. Yesterday's best part of the day was, we all pretty much agreed, everyone coming over to the house. We asked my son what was the worst day. He said everyone leaving. I said, son. Okay, so if you're watching the show, please press the share button. And, there you go. Sandy likes the play-by-play, too.
Yeah, you're good at that.
I have the ESPN shirt on, too. I could go, and here goes Lou right now. He's
just
grabbing
remember
the
where you got your
Clippers.
start at when ESPN calls you.
Yeah. Okay.
Salute show.
And
Fraternity.
again, if you see people that are watching right now, hairstylists, it's very important if you're noticing his thumb is open and closing the blade. I do suggest when you go back to edit the haircut, you always go a guard higher. So say in your mind, okay, that's a 1, universal precautions, you put a 2 guard on, and always start with a guard higher when you go back to edit your haircut.
Okay.
You're going back to edit some things, put the guard higher on, and then work your way down. Along the way, you'll be able to sit there and notice, like I've been cutting hair so long, I know that it's the disconnect and the highest, the longest part of the hair on there is a 2. Is a 2.
You can just
I could just tell.
see that. Okay.
Yep. You can sit down in my chair and be like, I haven't got a haircut. I can be like, how long have you got a haircut? Oh, it's been 2 months. Okay, so you get a 3 skin fade. Oh, wow, how'd you know? It's because we've been doing it for that long. You're able to do. I know I'm not the only barber. People are like, come on, Eli, that's not impressive. I've been doing it. All the old heads right now watching. We now we officially old. Oh, Ivan the Barber one just turned 40, and now we old 40. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna be talking like this. Yeah? We're gonna be in the shop talking. When I was younger, this is what I used to do. I used to play on the court.
You sound just like
that old Hell Beckham getting his hair cut. He wouldn't live 2 seconds with me on a basketball court. But again, this haircut I feel is always going to be around. And again, when you color the hair, it always adds a little bit more flair.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's
And
so
I
much
believe Lou
color
brought him
happening.
down because he's going to be showing us some beard work too. As you know, the beards, again, it's going to be something that's going to stay. Different lengths.
Yeah, beards are big.
Different lengths. And what he's going to show you is the skin mohawk on the side. And then the benefits of blending the beard from the bald fade into the face. What I mean by that is, if you are a barber and you do a skin fade, unless that customer wants that beard to just pop off of his face, blend it, fade it.
Right.
Blend it,
Don't
fade
leave
it.
that harsh. Okay.
You don't want someone going, yo, man, who cut your hair? Because that's bad advertisement. You want that, yo, who cut your hair? Yo, that fade. Yo, and then the beard. Yo, what's his number? Or what's their number? Where they work? That's what you want, because that's the advertisement. Man, the cameraman is on point, man. It's so close, I can see what that man's thinking right now. Damn, that's a good camera right there. That's some good quality stuff right here. And the live is everyone watching that right now where it says live in red?
Yeah, that's new. I think that was last week, I think.
Oh, ScissorSalute to
We're
Paradise
fancy.
Studios, StrongIsland.tv. Make sure you give us the thumbs up on Facebook. Press the share button. You're watching the ScissorSalute Show. This is a live program for barbers, hairstylists, makeup artists to come down here and showcase their skills and grow. Lou the Magician is a pioneer doing this. Last time he came on the show, he was here for the owners edition of the ScissorSalute Show. The owners got to sit down and discuss, and we're going to be getting a little bit more familiar with that and Lou a little bit later on, but right now he's showcasing. So again, if you're in the chat room,
They leaving comments?
say something. Well, I'll just mention wifey, and hopefully when I get home, she loves me. Otherwise, it's a punch in my stomach and a tug of my beard.
Oh, damn.
And ScissorSalute to Rusty, my dog. Keeps on getting out. But every time he gets out, he's like, well, I leave, man.
What kind of dog do you have?
We have a rescue dog. He's a German Shepherd mixed with something I don't know. We say
okay.
Beagle. I don't know. But
Is
he's
he
cool.
a friendly dog?
Yeah, he was scared yesterday, though, man. He was scared.
Or because of all the people?
Yeah. Again, Lou the Magician. Well, if you're watching the show right now, press the share button. This is a live program for barbers, hairstylists, and makeup artists. Lou the
face is
Magician
flawless.
is showcasing right now. Who's that? Josie Foster. Josie T. Foster. ScissorSalute.
Hi, Josie.
He likes that. I'm going to give him the thumbs up, and I'm going to like that too. I'm going to like it back. And if you're wondering why he's using a comb and not a fade brush, is that a comb is more sanitary. You're able to disinfect it and clean it with a little spray of alcohol. As you know, us barbers, we use alcohol and everything.
We're not supposed to use brushes, right? It's illegal in New York.
Not really. It's illegal in New York. What I'm surprised what I don't see, Lou, is the spritz. You got spritz? Yeah, man. I will douse
He
you
does
with spritz.
use it, though.
I will you will walk out the shop with the driest face ever. You get bathing spritz. But listen, Lou, just remember that the camera is on you. Don't put the back to the camera. Don't put your back to me. Don't show me your back. Okay?
Look at that hair.
And usually, we usually update everybody. And ScissorSalute from New York and Queen,
Hi, Irene.
she's in there. She says hi, everyone. I'm pretty sure you see it right there. Again, we're seeing Lou showing some beard work. Now, what he has in his hand is those Slimline Pros. Those seem to be the go-to liners, cordless liners.
That's what I use too. They're small, so they're easy to use.
If you're a hairstylist, I definitely recommend the Slimline Pro. Now, you can adjust them yourself, and they're light. Just be careful when you're adjusting them. What you want to do is when you adjust them is check for an overbite. And that could be done by
That's what
testing
happened to
testing it on your
Maria.
hand or your wrist. And what Lou did in the front was separate and really try to grab the baby hairs. And now he's trying to keep that hairline as natural as he can. When you're doing the hairline, always, I suggest when you're cutting hair, if you have shears, always do the tips first. Like, don't just get in there. Too much
shears?
dedication when doing the edge up can lead to pushing the wig back. In other words, you take
my
the hairline
specialty.
to places where it's never been
It's my
before.
specialty all day.
Oh, you got to be careful because you'll see when you're in the trenches and you have that mom over your shoulder. Oh, are you gonna fade that, ma'am? That's a setup line. Are you gonna fade that line out, right? Are you gonna give him that? You gonna line up, ma'am? Okay, so you see, he's just tappy tap, touch, touch, touch. And again, hairstylist again. I can't. And Barbara's watching. Overlap. Oh, what's my thought on the walls? I love the wall magic clips, but I also like the
said that?
Babyliss FX673s, and I like the Annis NVLIs.
Who
I
asked
just
us
love the
that so we
quarters.
can shout
Sandy.
them out? Oh, hi, Sandy.
Okay, so if you're watching Lou, just real quick, just re-edge up the back of his neck, real quick. I just want to show you. Just hit that edge up right quick, Lou. Go ahead. Okay, now you see what he's doing? He is overlapping. He's not going from one side using the whole blade. He's not using the whole blade and then going to where that, no, he's overlapping. Again, it's a universal precaution. And when you overlap, the line comes out straighter. So never go from full blade length. You want to overlap when you're doing edge ups. You also want to overlap when you're using the razor blade.
Just gonna put a little design in there.
Oh, there he goes. He's about to use the cross. He's about to hit him with the cross. Yeah, he is. And if you notice, there he goes using the corner. That's when you want to get very specific. And now he's hitting that design right there. I tell you, man, that boy, I don't know where you're going. Boy, you going to patchwork? Is that where you're taking that haircut? Taking that cut to patchwork? You going to Studio Square there, boy? Oh, okay. So you're giving him like you giving him the X-Clan symbol right there. You guys are kind of young for that. The red, the black, and the green with the key, you sissy. Okay, now I'm really showing my age. X-Clan was a hip-hop group back in the day.
Like what? You mean
And that was
Wu-Tang
my
Clan?
man had that symbol that he's putting in his head around his neck. I mean, okay.
That's before my time.
Dante's laughing because he knows. My man, them guys is a little. You woke up differently listening to a Walkman. I don't know if you know what a Walkman is.
Yeah, no, I know what I'm an 80s baby. I know what a Walkman is.
Listen, you could be an 80s baby, but you can
No,
be from
I
the
know what
80s
a
and be.
Walkman is.
People be like,
I
I'm
do.
an 80s baby at heart. What's a Walkman? Walkman? What?
No.
you
I had
talking
a
about?
Walkman. Yeah. I had a little yellow one.
Where you walking to? I remember some of them walking down in the corner. I had my starter jacket on. Always had Tim's, so Tim's ain't changed. I had my starter jacket on. I had the 76s. Matter of fact, 70 Philadelphia, because I love Charles Barkley. I had the 76s Scully cap. I had the Wu-Tang going on my headphones. I remember walking down in the corner and be like, damn, there ain't no rewind button. You got to flip it over or press fast forward and then flip it over. And then I messed up
so
my
true.
tape.
Oh my
And
God.
Sefro had the ill pen technique to fix the tape.
Oh, where you just rewind it.
Sefro fix it. That's what benefits having older brothers. My oldest brother Joseph. Well, his name is Joey. Well, I
That
call
was
him
a
Joseph.
long time ago.
We used to remember the thick laces. The thick laces were cotton back in the 80s, and he used to iron them. You hear what I just said?
Iron?
He would iron the cotton laces to make sure they were flat because they were thick.
Yeah, that's dedication.
But
for
that's all I was talking about, how styles keep on coming, because mohawks, right?
real. Yeah, they're
You
coming
had
back.
mohawks because you had that rockin' the Casbah, rockin' the Casbah. That song was big, so the people was doing mohawks. The Brits brought that. You had Mad Max. They showed a couple mohawks in that movie too, so people.
Right, that's where
But that was the Warrior
what's
Hawk.
His name? What's his name?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, right?
And then you had what was that? Well, you had a couple movies that came out in the Warrior Hawk, which that's when you just shave. You know, you had Weird Science. Remember the guy that was screaming, "The two of you can't even take a shower. Where to go? You're taking your drawers off." Remember, he had a mohawk too. So people now you got the faded hawk. All right.
Oh man, look at that. That looks dope.
But if you notice the style back in the 80s, they had tight jeans. Them jeans was tight. Like
They
Run
had
DMC,
tight jeans in 2018.
Run DMC and Melly Mel rocked some of the tightest clothes you ever seen, boy. That's why they was walking like that, because the jeans is so tight and their sneakers look extra big because they had no shoelaces. Now,
But their
these
jeans are tight
guys
now,
now is rocking, you know, these young whoopers, snappers, walking these streets with leggings. With leggings. And then they're like short, like legging shorts, like my man, bruh. And now they're looking at me like I'm out of tune, like, yo, Eli, what you talking about, man? I'm like, that's the style? But listen, man, I'm gonna stay here with a pair of regular fit Levi
Wait,
jeans.
I would like to see the comments now.
Oh yeah, let me check the comments right here. Okay, Sandy, she's asking about overlap. Okay, Sandy, overlapping. If there you go, you seeing Lou right there? That's overlapping. In other words, he's not going the full length of the blade to make his other line. Most people, when they do the edge up and you start doing edge up, you think you do that one line and then you're gonna go full length of the blade and make another line to do the edge up. No, he's overlapping. In other words, let's say the blade is about 1.5 inches long. He's only going over a couple centimeters. That's overlapping. You go over a couple centimeters. Man, look how nice that fade looked right there too. Now, the question is, are you going in there with a foil shaver too, Lou? No foil shaver. Now, the reason why I say the foil shaver, because most barbers are using foil
With the
shavers.
skin, yeah, I did that today.
But you have to be careful.
Because you could make another line.
It's not even about making another line. I'm talking about giving them the bumpy knuckles on the neck. They're giving them the colonies of bumps on the back of their neck, on the side of their head. Because again, haircuts, we do these haircuts, and if the edge up looks too sharp, chances are the wig got pushed back. It's almost a must. Okay, man, if you're watching the show, this is a live program, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling over here talking about all the different styles and stuff.
No, this is exciting.
And I'm doing little, there goes a perfect example of overlapping again, where he's just moving it over a centimeter. Oh, okay, you coming in there, you giving him the Wolverine on the top of that line right there. Oh, okay. So again, now when it comes to the mustache, you gotta ask them specifically what they want. Because that line right there on the lip, some people might want it just touched, some people might want it high, but I know no one wants mustache hair in their mouth. So again, you can go with a guard, or right there you can take a fine tooth comb or regular tooth comb, lift the hair up, tilt it back with the comb, and then just whoop, liners over comb. Quick fix. But again, be careful when you're using them liners because they cut. And look, he's sculpting with the liners. Most barbers use cordless buzzers, but he has them in his hand right now. He has confidence that them things cut. Them things must be cut and cut.
Wait, you feeling yourself?
Wait a minute. My man feeling himself. Ooh. Yeah, right. He like, yo, man, look at me on camera. What? Yo, hold up. Let me blow a kiss. Hold on, Lou. Yo, check this out. Here's
My IG is.
Oh, hold up.
Oh, okay. Say it again.
Oh, we'll give you. We'll get someone write it down. Someone write it down so he can give it a proper thing right there. All right, look at. He's still going.
Commented?
He's still going on some more. Well, now, okay, Scissor Salute from Nelson to Lou Fagician. Nelson, I believe, from the Barber Factory. Am I right? Huh?
Or is that Necesito from the shop, from Paramount Styles? Is it?
Oh,
It could be. Let me see.
I don't know. Irene just, New York Queen just put it up there. Again, hold up, Lou. Go back to that what you were doing. I keep on saying again. I'm sorry. It's one of those type of nights.
Oh, Queen Cortez.
Just do what you were doing with the liners. If you notice when he cleans the back of the neck, the teeth are up. He doesn't do those. That's teeth down doing the line, but right now the teeth are up. I definitely suggest you go with the teeth up to clean the back of the line.
neck, right? Mm-hmm.
Because if you go teeth down like he was doing the edge up, that's teeth down when you hit the line, and you do the back of his neck, they have that sensitive neck. Woo! Cherry red. Cherry red. Well, they got to be adjusted, but some people I'm heavy-handed. I can't use the gray liners because I will give you a permanent tattoo. A permanent tattoo edge up. You leave there with a double edge up. And not a good thing. And very confident. Them liners strike right there. When you're freehanding a beard like that, them things are striking. Mm-hmm. They hitting. They hitting right there. I can hear them cutting from over here. We're like a good 15 feet away.
Is he growing his beard? Is that why it's so okay? All right.
Okay. You got your jaw that big gang. Big gang. Oh, that's perfect. Then you can see exactly what he's doing right there at that angle. So, requires a steady hand. I'm gonna say this is definitely expert level. You know.
Yeah,
the best time.
I tried to do that the other day, and
the
it
best
didn't work
time
out.
to practice. The best time to. Well, you know what it is. For now, when you're starting to do this, what you're gonna want to do. You see how he has his index finger. The index finger could rest on the canvas.
Like a guide.
Yes. Even when he's doing the edge up, he rests a finger on the canvas when he does the edge up. And then he just uses that finger as a pivot point. Mm-hmm. So some people use their index. A lot of people use their index when they're doing the edge up. Because now the index finger is hitting the forehead or hitting the canvas, and now you're lightly pressing to hit that line. But if you notice his index finger is out, and he's using it the neck. Almost to keep a steady hand. But this is expert level. The best time to practice any type of sculpting on hair, facial hair, is when they shave it off. Right. Hey, man, I'm going to shave my beard off. Bro, you have some time? Oh, man, whatever. Listen, man, do you mind if I practice a couple things on your beard before I shave it off? Do you have time for that? Yeah, no problem. Go ahead. Now, not everyone's going to say, yeah, but those who do, that's when you do that practice of the sculpting. Someone comes in there with long hair and you feel like, I want to improve my shear work. Hey, do you mind if I, you're in a rush. Do you mind if I do a couple things? I mean, you're cutting all your hair off. Can I practice? It's like when you get a model or one of the dolly heads things. What do they call?
Mannequins.
Okay, mannequin dolly head. Seth, the gentleman with the book.
Oh, that you always tell me about with the shear work. What's his name?
Richard J. Get his book, because when it comes to mannequin, you can get so many different type of haircuts off of it. The last haircut that you should get off of there is a fade. But you should take it down. You should be practicing layering. You should be practicing bobs, pixie cuts, and then the last one's a fade. I believe my man, by the way he stepped back, I believe my man's done. He did that two-step back.
No, not yet, not yet.
Well, not yet. He about to come in there with the razor, but you can tell he stepped back like, all right, cool. We done. Ooh, salute. Check him out. He feeling himself. Look, he's taking selfies right now. He's taking selfies right now. And then zooming into the selfie going on. What's going on here? We're having fun over here at the ScissorSalute Show. Again, this is a live program for barbers, hairstylists, and makeup artists. If you'd like to show some support right now, please press the share button. Put it on your feed. Press that share button again and invite as much people as you can. Right now, we got Luke Fajian from Paramount Styles located in Dix Hills. What happened, Steph?
15 Deer Park Avenue.
And, yep. Okay, so that's the address. I'm just trying to find out what's up. One of the callers I was supposed to be calling in. If you're looking at the screen right now, you're looking at a disconnected mohawk done with a 2 skin fade on the mohawk with a little design in the back, inspired for Black History Month. Huh? You didn't know that?
No.
I knew that because I grew up in the Hades listening to X Clan. Listening to X Clan.
We don't know.
I know, man.
No one knows except for Eli.
Yo, I'll tell you this much: a knock in the car. Play it in your car.
We
if you got a
don't
system,
know. We have to Google this.
If you go,
No one
no, go
knows.
to YouTube. Oh, now you're trying to play me, huh? Oh, you're trying to play me. Okay, so Ludifagician is applying the razor. The razors that we use are all disposable. It's a double-edged razor. You crack it in half, you load the razor, and you stretch the skin and you shave opposite of the skin that you're stretching. That is the stroke. Now, just again, you're doing a lot of overlapping. It's thousands and thousands of straight lines to get the curve that we achieve when it comes to doing a beard.
That's an advanced blade, right? Because
well, yeah, he got the blade.
Exposed
he got the exposed blade. I've been doing hair for a while. I don't like doing the exposed blade. Ivan the Barber 1, believe Diamond D the Barber, Chauncey the Barber, they all do the exposed razor. I like to have it nice and
just
snug,
peeking
tucked up
out,
in there.
right? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's safe that way.
But to each his own. And then I believe that's the iCut Pro. Is that an iCut Pro razor holder? That's the one they prefer, the fraternity?
Is it, Lou?
Oh, okay, because that looks like a swap. That's just like there's no thing for your pinky. I try using those things. I need that pinky rest. Oh, okay, that's a feather. Light as a feather. I see you, Lou. You crazy. Okay. Danny Garcia, the show and the haircut is so hot. The show is so great for our culture. I'm tuning in from Connecticut.
Aw, that's
I'm
so
the
nice.
owner of I Got You Next Barbershop. And check me out on IG. I Got You Next.
Hey, we gotta follow him.
Okay, there we go. Got you Boogie the Barber. He's watching right there. Boogie the
ScissorSalute.
Barber. Located on 112 Long Island, New York. Make sure you hit up Boogie the Barbershop if you're in the Patchogue area. And Patchogue is lit right now. Again, if you're watching the show right now, please press the share button. Oh, there we go. Damian Collins. Scissor salute to Damian Collins because he won a
Salute.
lot of money on that
Last
Eagles
night?
bet. Yep.
Oh.
So he would say, to the east, my brother to the east. Again, that's excellent.
Wait, yo, I'm so done with this.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be walking into the barber school tomorrow, black on black, some shades on, red, black, and green with the key, you sissy. Dante, you hear me?
Dante doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Dante know what I'm talking about. Dante's holding a black fist up right now, talking about Eli. I know, Eli. We rolling. Again, Boogie's Barbershop. That I believe I'm going off the top of the head. Sorry, Boogie, if I'm wrong. 631-289-2380. If you're in the Patchogue area to get a haircut
Salute.
on 112. And I only know that because he has the phone number on all the shirts that he used to have.
Okay.
So you see
And you
Boogie's
memorized
Barbershop and you just always have a phone number there, which is a great idea if you're going to be branding yourself or branding your shop or your salon. Why not have the number on there, you know, because...
That's smart.
Okay. So you see the overlap going on right there. Just turn a little bit more, Lou. Just turn a little bit more.
Yep, right there.
There we go, right there. There you go. So again, he's just using a very traditional stroke right there with the razor, exposed razor. It all depends on the barber, which ones they prefer. Darkos, Astras, Wilkinsons. The whole thing is you want to be comfortable with a razor holder. You want to be comfortable locking and loading. And always remember to stretch the skin and shave away from the hair, from the skin that you're stretching. Shave away from your thumb. And that's exactly what he's doing. Again, he's using the gloves right there to be a little bit more, you know, sanitary. Avoid hair splinters. Better grip. And you look cool. That's just it.
Cool.
And that's the icing on the cake. You look cool.
He knows. He looks cool.
You like, you got the black gloves on. You got the black gloves on. You're like, what up? Yo, it was matching with my caves, matching with my barber jacket. I like to salute everybody who made this possible. I got the black gloves.
That big.
And then again,
Sharp.
there goes the teeth up to clean. That's what I suggest you do the teeth up. And anytime he has the teeth down and he's doing any type of edge up, if you notice when he's doing the edge up, he's using a finger as a pivot point. It's universal precautions, safety that us barbers do. There it goes. You can't see it, but that index finger is resting up against the canvas. It's like a pivot point. So this, a lot of people, it's a misconception that you're just holding it and then you're going to be stabbing them. Or you're more, or not going to definitely stab them, but you're more likely to stab. Again, it doesn't have to be index finger, middle finger, but you notice that he's resting it up against the. Danny Garcia found the X Clan. See, this is going to be a
No,
trigger.
he found it.
He
No.
found it. You went on YouTube, I found it.
You just hit him up. I know he's paying you, Danny.
I listen, Danny. Listen, Danny, and anybody else who is in the chat room. If you'd like to come on to the ScissorSalute show, email us. And anybody who's watching the program, if you'd like to come down here and showcase, do what Lou Fagician is doing, or you can take it to a next level and actually do a tutorial here on the ScissorSalute show, or you want to advertise with us, book us for your next event, you can email us, scissorsalute@yahoo.com. Leave all your contact information, and we'll get it back to you in the order that the email's received. Right now, you can do us a favor if you want to show a little bit of, he said he found the share button. That's what Danny's talking about. You press the share button, put it on your feed, you press the share button, and you invite as much people as you
That's
can.
clean, bro.
Yeah, that's clean. Again, you're looking at a mohawk.
Look at our model.
Yo, my man is definitely like, yo, take a picture of me. Take a picture, yo. You use the iPhone 10. You got the X. Put it in portrait mode. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Studio Square with this one. And then the touch of the nice design. One of the things I like to say about designs, the less you do, the better it is. It's got to be clean. Make sure it's clean. A lot of people do these parts and stuff, and next thing you know, they just like I'm going to get creative, and you just do too much. You just too much, and I can't make it out. You want that design, like, look how far away. You're going to be able to make out exactly what that design is
yeah.
from about 10, 15 feet away. You're still going to see and still be able to make it out. Now, I hope you got some, I know you play basketball, boy. I hope you're good with that hair right there.
Okay.
I hope you can. You can dunk? Can you dunk? I mean, I can't. I can't even dunk in a 4-foot pool, man. And I'm tall. I'm tall at 4 feet. Everybody watching the show. Did Eli just say he's tall? He still messed up from yesterday. Yeah, he is. 5 gallons of Hennessy would do that. And salute to Toshiba. I just seen that.
Salute to Sheba.
Yeah, Toshiba. She's and salute to Nelson Rafael Jr.
That's Nelson Nelsito from Paramount Style.
Nelsoncito.
Nelsito. That's what I call him.
Nelsito.
Yeah.
Ay, yo, mi Nelsito.
That's-
My people. Oh, we got a phone call.
Gotta call him.
Huh? Hello, you're live on air with the ScissorSalute show. Who's this?
Hi, you guys. Kate Owens, Kate's Cuts, and ScissorSalute.
Salute, Kate.
ScissorSalute, Kate. Oh, okay.
Hi, you
You're supposed to have
guys.
Udi. Better hit Udi up. Let him know. Okay, so we have Kate's Cuts calling up in here. She's been to the studio before doing motivational speaking and tutorials and really getting everybody to get up, get out, and get something. Katie, we love your whole spirit, the energy, and your vibe that you bring. We talked a little bit earlier on the phone, and you told me that you were revamping your business. Let us know, why did you do the revamp? What methods did you come up with? And the pros. So let's start with
Eli,
why.
thank you so much for having me on the show tonight. And I was listening earlier, and I wanted to tell you that I feel your pain about your dog running away, because my dog runs away
All the time. Hello?
So while I'm not bringing my dog home, I'm thinking of ways to revamp my business. I want to be really transparent for any business owners that are watching. And over the summer, I had 2 of my girls decide to leave my salon. And it gave me a choice. And I remember I was in my kitchen, I was doing push-ups to a YouTube video, and one of my mentors had told me once, it'll either make you bitter or it'll make you better. And I want to be better. So I chose to take a good, long, hard look in the mirror and look at what my salon wasn't offering. And I wanted to begin to offer these stylists and beauty professionals what the girl down the street's offering.
Okay.
I'm an old school salon owner, and I only stuck with commission. That was it. Commission, no booth rental. I was very closed off to all of that. And a friend of mine who had moved down here from New York City, I was actually going to be on your show about the week before. And I asked her if I could ask her some questions and would she coach me about a business topic. And as soon as we got on the phone, she said to me, I'm sorry your girls left. Why don't you offer booth rental? Why don't you offer what those girls down the street are offering? What have you got to lose? And I decided to do it afraid. And because of that, I have revamped my entire pay structure and gave my entire salon a facelift, took on another 1,000 square feet. And on the business end of it, I thought, okay, why don't I hourly rates for hairdressers? Why don't I stick with offering commission? Why don't I offer booth rental? And then, hey, we're already in it this far. Why don't I offer suite rental too? So I was scared because I thought all my stylists are going to go over to booth rental. I'm going to lose everything I'm making by paying girls hourly. And that has not been, Eli, what has happened at all.
Well, it's good. It's good to hear that the variety, and that sometimes you're a little bit scared of change, but once you do it, it seems like it's working out for you. Definitely, it's harder at this level and this time in our lives where we have families to support going through these type of changes. We're not really open to the changes. We like to have the security that's
right.
That's needed for the family.
Right.
And we've gone over the why, the methods, and the benefits of it. It's all coming together. And I wanted to take some time out because when we were on the phone, we were talking about Paul Mitchell and an award that they only give out to 12, you heard me, 12 salons or 12 people global. This is global. We're not talking in the state of Florida. We're not even talking across the nation. We're talking global. Only 12 of these awards get handed out. You received one. Bring us to that moment, the feeling that was going through your head. I mean, you must have been like, wow, this is worth it. Everything that you went through, even going through this transition, it's like, whoo, let us know how the feeling went.
Eli, I just got the award 2 hours ago.
Nice. So look at it, brand new on the show. Making the announcement on the ScissorSalute show.
And I'm so grateful I get to share it with you guys, because what I got this award for is nothing that all of you wouldn't have done. I got the award for a certificate of excellence. I'm the second one in the state of Florida, and they said it's for living beautifully and that I emulate the culture of Paul Mitchell. And
wow.
I feel like Paul Mitchell mirrors a lot of values that I have, which is I love giving back. And if you're a new a new beauty professional or a new salon owner, a great way to put yourself on the map is giving back. Not only will it make you feel great, but people remember you because of it. I was absolutely blessed to be able to serve my community during the natural disaster, Hurricane Irma. And it was nothing you guys wouldn't have done too. We just suited up and we showed up, and we had 17 people staying here at the shop because a lot of my staff members lost their homes because of the flooding here in Bonita. And I was blessed enough that one, my house wasn't flooded, and my shop is on the best dang grid in Bonita, because the next day this shop had power. It had AC because it was like 120 down here. It's the swamp. And it had Wi-Fi. And we opened the doors to the salon for all the family members of the crew that works here. And the stations were moved. The chairs were moved. There was kids, cats, dogs, cousins, and there was air mattresses. And this shop got to be a respite for my team. And I didn't stay here because my house was fine. I had a home to go to. So these families got to stay in this salon. So not only has this business supported me for 7.5 years, it got to take care of my second family, my crew. Also during that, my ex-husband works at a homeless shelter, and this is my shout out to St. Matt's House and Justin's Place. They said, Kate, we have all this food, come get it. I said, there's no gas. I don't want to risk driving out there and not having gas to get home, because I know a lot of people watched what was going on with Hurricane Irma from your TVs, but we didn't have water. There wasn't a lot of food. There wasn't gas. And the response of the St. Matt's guys were, trust God and serve others. So I drove all the way out there. They filled my car with about 200 sandwiches, cases of water, unbelievable amounts of food. And with the connection with St. Matt's House and another organization that had come from Harvey, Operation Barbecue, myself, girls that work for me that didn't even have homes to go to, we served 9,000 hot meals to the flood victims. So don't you at home think that cutting hair can't change lives. You will change a life every day. All you got to do is suit up and show up, and the rest will happen.
Nice. Well, that's good to hear, because, a lot of people have different things on their agenda. And it's great to hear that you made time for the community. And it's things like that definitely solidified the award that you received, putting other people's needs in front of yours, opening up your doors. Most people are more, we're going to be worried about their business and keeping the doors closed as opposed to opening the doors and letting people in. Most people will be worried about closing the doors and securing your business. But it's great that you open them up and thought of others. And, not only as a hairstylist, hair guru, motivational speaker, where you're motivating people to maybe test their limits or even go out and do something. Now you can add to your motivational speaking of the revamping of your business and, the guts that it took to revamp your business. Again, at a point in our lives where we have families, it's a little bit different. Like, even Sandy, who came on the show last week, you know, she went through the same thing where it's just, she went from a bigger salon to a small salon. But again, we're at the stage where we have kids and a family, so change is a little scared. We're scared of change. But it's great to see that you're going
through it. It is, Eli, and I don't know if the viewers know, I have 5 sons.
No, you got to start a lineup.
I have a lot on the line when I've risked to do this huge renovation and huge undertaking to revamp my salon. It's a giant risk, but I feel like it's a risk that I don't ever want to say what if. I'm investing in my retirement. That's a risk I'm willing to take, and I'm risking it for those boys. I want to leave them a legacy, and I'm going to give it all I've got. And I want to make my salon the best place that these young women and young men can become their own bosses, and they can be entrepreneurs. And when this was all happening, and mind you, we did these renovations throughout a natural disaster. That happened, and still we continued on. It's been so amazing. And some women approached me from a business, Women's Foundation of Southwest Florida approached me, and they said, you're perfect, and we'd like to give you a business loan, 0% interest. And it was called a Kiva loan. And that was another, the doors just kept opening. And all I had to do was walk through them.
Well, Kate, you know, because we were running out of time with this interview. March 25th is not too far away. And that's an event that you have coming up. Let us know what's going on March 25th. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you,
March
Eli.
25th,
What?
you have an event coming up?
I do.
March
We're going to have our
25th?
grand reopening. It's
Okay.
Kate's Cuts the Ribbon. We're going to go live from my Facebook page. So if you can't be here physically, you could show your support and watch our grand reopening, the ribbon cutting, and also I'll be doing a tour of the new shop with the suites. We did a whole new flooring. We've just really given the shop a beautiful facelift before I get my facelift.
Well, nah, I mean, I like the attitude and the whole attitude, persona right there. She just stuck that in right there. Yes, she stuck that up in there. Well, Kate, thank you so much for calling into the show. Before we let you go, please let us know how to get in contact with you. Maybe someone wants to book that motivational speaking that you do. I know that you go on live at times. Let us know if there's any dates. The stage is yours. Let us know. Information.
Absolutely,
and
you guys.
anytime you go live.
Kate Owens, Kate's Cuts, and that's in Bonita Springs, Florida. You can find me on Facebook, Kate Tuttle Owens. We have 2 Facebook pages, a business page, Kate's Cuts, a friend's page on Facebook. We have Instagram, Kate's Cuts, and then our website is www.kates-cuts.com. And I thank you guys so much for allowing me to be on the show. I think you guys are amazing. And Scissor Salute, and everybody have a happy hair day tomorrow and a happy hair night tonight.
Scissor Salute.
Scissor Salute.
Scissor Salute, you guys.
And congratulations again on your accomplishment and your award with Paul Mitchell.
Thank you so much.
Scissor Salute. Well, it's
Bye
always
now.
great to get a call from Kate Cuts.
She has great energy.
She has great energy, great vibe. And not only that, if you follow her on Facebook, she goes live and she covers everything in the hair profession, not only just doing hair, business aspects when she's on live. And it's just, we do this day in, day out. Some of us are motivated every day. Others might need some motivation. And there's nothing wrong with maybe looking for motivation. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. It's just making sure that you're getting stuff done. There's people who talk about it, and then there's people who actually do it. Kate is someone who actually does it. You've seen she was talking through a natural disaster. Most people that have businesses, you're trying to close your business, cage your business in to protect you. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that Kate was able to open up her doors for some of the people in a natural disaster, it's something. It's not something that you see all the time. And you want to know the worst part about it is? You won't see none of that stuff in the news.
Right.
It's like too positive for the news.
Negative press.
You know, they're like, why you? No, let's talk about the people who died in this natural disaster. Let's talk about the person who closed the doors and, and all this other stuff, put them on front line instead of giving her the props and dues. But salute to that. Do we have another haircut up in the studio?
I think we do.
Do we got another one? Is there something going on?
Not
now?
yet? Okay.
Not now. Okay. So we are waiting on.
Do we have any more comments? I like reading the comments during the show.
Let me get that up there. Yes, so let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments right there. Okay, so Gino, he just liked it. So let's get up in there real quick.
Hey, Gino.
Salute. I got to go to the comments now. Oh, now we're live. Again, you're watching the ScissorSalute Show. This is a program for barbers, hairstylists, makeup artists. If you like what you see, press that share button right here. Look, and I believe it's right down there. Press that share button. Email us ScissorSalute@yahoo.com if you would like to showcase, maybe get interviewed, or even come down to the studio and just watch and see what we're doing down here. We're located.
We have a good time here, so.
Yes, and we're located on Long Island, New York. We're about an hour east of Queens. And I say an hour because we're really not that far away. But the traffic on Long Island is crazy. Even on Long Island, we're not even talking about the boroughs. We're not talking about Brooklyn, Queens, and we're not talking about the city with Manhattan.
That's because everybody
Bronx.
from the boroughs is moving out to the island. So it's busy.
Yeah, the island, man. We're filling up over here. We're filling up. We are filling up over here. Which means there's a lot of money and there's a lot of barbershops everywhere.
Salute to that.
There's barbershops everywhere. Now, people, you can go about it many different ways. Oh, salute to Jesse That Cut. He's watching. He's a ScissorSalute affiliate.
He's one of my favorites.
He has a show every Wednesday. 8:15. What is it? What is it? Get your mind right. Jesse That Cut is very articulate when he speaks. He's like the Stephen A. Smith of like barbering. He uses these words. I'm just looking at him sometimes like, man, yo, listen.
He's very motivational himself.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he says salute to everyone right there. And salute to Donna right there.
Wait, is our model leaving? Can we give our model
bring the model over here, man. Bring the model up in here.
He just walked past.
It's because you know what it is? It's always great to have models in the studio that enjoy, number one, they're getting a haircut. I mean, we can say we had a doctor student up in here who took breaks from his studies to get his haircut.
I remember that.
And then left right after getting a haircut. And that was great right there. He took breaks from his study and he needed that cut. But he's just, when you're a student doctor, I guess you're always in the books. At least that's how it seems like with Grey's Anatomy.
To go to the barbershop.
You watch Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Me and wifey's a nurse, so we watch Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, wifey's a nurse.
And now I think I'm a doctor. I kid you not. So let's bring the model up here, but he has no mic. You're gonna have to,
all right, you're going to have to share my...
You don't got to share your mic. I mean, I'll just pull up in here, man.
Okay.
Look at this guy. Oh, he about to, what's your live show?
Apologize.
What are you
You
doing?
went in front of the camera.
Okay, listen,
all right,
he needs
slide
that camera
over.
time.
Okay.
He needs that camera time.
Okay, so all right.
What's your IG handle again?
John_Rivera89.
John_Rivera89. I suggest you put J Rivera 89. It's just too long with the underscore.
Yeah.
It's too late, bro.
No, it ain't.
No,
It's never
why?
too late.
There's too much going on with that? Okay, I understand.
What you do? Hold on. So what you do?
Yeah.
You MC? What you rapping?
Nah.
What you do? What do you do? You musician? You look like a musician.
Nah, I act a model.
Oh, you act a model. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's why he was in the camera.
I was in there like,
I'm gonna have to use this.
I'm good.
Oh, he does the eyebrow trick too. Who taught you that? Who taught you that? That was an OG who taught you that. That's who it was.
I'm trying to remember.
That was an OG.
It might have been Martin.
Marn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was Mark.
You know who told me that right there? John Travolta told me that. Okay, let's go. What were you about to ask?
How long has Lou been cutting your hair?
Oh, but can we hear him though? Is the question.
Yeah, can let's see. Let me just
Oh,
give you my mic. Let me just lend you my mic. We're gonna have to share this.
I could just talk loud enough for the both of us.
There you go. There you go.
It's been about, I would say, like 3-4 years.
3-4 years.
Yeah. So he could testify. I actually dyed my hair blonde before I found out who Odell Beckham was. So.
Bruh.
You did it first.
Let's
I didn't
see.
say I did it first. I don't know, but it was around the same time frame when
Okay,
he got it blonde,
okay.
blonde. Like,
You know,
Okay,
everybody
okay.
who got their haircut says the same thing.
Yes.
that's cool. You could ask the man. He don't got to lie.
Before.
No, man, listen, man. It doesn't matter. Listen.
No. Oh, well, actually, yeah. Someone else
Listen,
was.
Okay.
listen. This is how it goes. Some people can pull off haircuts. Some people can't. You can pull it off. It fits with you.
Yeah.
You're doing good. You're doing okay. And the way you're looking in the TV camera right there and all that
Right.
other stuff.
You were made
I
for
can
this.
tell you're good. You're good.
Appreciate you, bro.
It's all right. Some people, but you be walking around, you be like, man, that haircut ain't right on that guy. And you're not even a barber or nothing.
Nah,
and now
no, you
the whole
just see it.
conversation, you're not even looking at the person's face. You're like, man.
Hairlines be like,
Yo.
all like, you know.
But that doesn't happen to you ever, right?
No.
Lou the Magician.
You
Hell
gotta-
no.
you gotta be
Paramount Styles.
Paramount Style.
My
Six Hills.
My
You might as
man's
well
cut
give
my
the
hair
phone
100
number. Give the
times.
phone
100
number.
times. It's
Give
been
the phone number while you at it.
100 times. 100 times. It's been great. So
No,
been doing
okay,
good.
so now, as customers, because actually one of the first, and several once one of these shows where we interviewed a customer. Now, does appointment apps or it's
Appointment
a phone?
apps.
Okay, so now from a customer's point, what do you feel about the app? Is it is it convenient? You hate it? What is it?
I'm not gonna say I hate it because I mean, listen, I get squeezed in no matter what. You know what I mean, but pause. And the main thing is like I know what he's got going on for the day, so I don't got to sit here and scramble around. It's like, oh man, I wonder if he's got an open appointment or anything. I don't got to call him and bother him and be like, hey, listen, I know you.
You can see it.
But you know, are you available at this time? No, I could just sit there, look, and I'm good.
Okay, so
It's much easier.
much easier.
Mhm.
See, so this is ScissorSalute show for barbers, hairstylists, makeup artists. Is a live show, and this wasn't even part of the program, but we figured we'd bring him in because he had that aura. He was like, yo, man, whatever, man, I need to get up in there. So we brought him over here. He's a customer to Lou Magician for many years, and now we're going over this appointment app because it seems to be what more people are turning to because it's convenient for the barbers and the owners of the business, and now we're asking a customer standpoint, like their view. Now, another thing as a customer, when you walk into a place of business, what are the things that might be like, okay, this is a good place, and what are the things that might be like, you know what, let me walk out of here?
Good things. I would say cleanliness. Basically the appearance of the shop. Even if you have a spot that may not be super modern, like his spot's super modern. It's everything's new. I've been to places that haven't been that same way, but they've been organized really well.
Okay, now give me some of the bad things where you're going to turn around.
Let's see.
Be honest now. Just don't curse.
Oh, I don't need a curse.
And don't
I-
say shout. Don't say shout out
he's an
either. Everything is
articulate
scissor salute. So even if you want to scissor salute, you want to scissor salute your mom or someone with a scissor salute family member, you say scissor salute. Just giving you the heads up. So give us like something that's no good.
Okay, so no good. I would probably say that one barber that just so happens to never get any customers.
Okay.
That's a red flag. And if you've got multiple
said
of those
red
guys,
flag.
if you got a lot of those guys, it's a problem. You know, if there's really just one barber in there cutting hair all the time, and then you get the one guy and you see him, he's looking kind of shaky behind the buzz. It's like, yeah, I'm a wait.
So I got another question for you. This is Fashion Week? No, Fashion Week? Is this week? Are they preparing?
Yeah.
They're preparing for it. Are you getting any phone calls for work?
I actually did a shoot last year for Fashion Week. ScissorSalute.
There we go.
Uh,
Why does he get it right and other people don't get it right?
I got it wrong last week. I shouted somebody out.
It's okay. It's gonna happen. And again, it's a live show. There's, we can't edit it, but please continue.
Yeah, ScissorSalute by Bing. So we went out last year, and we were in Manhattan, and we did basically like a live runway type of show. It was kind of like a guerrilla warfare fashion. So we just popped up in different places, and we had like a pop-up runway, and we did it out of a Sprinter van. So there's a whole little mini documentary, mini film on it.
Okay, and another question for you. As a model, too, how important is it for you to have that haircut? Is it a confident thing? Is it, okay, now I can get in front of the camera type feeling?
Honestly, they almost prefer you not to have like sharp lines or anything like that in some cases, but in most cases, if you didn't have a sharp line, you're gonna look that much worse. So it highlights your features, even if you go like a week or two without doing that. And you have a beard, so I'm sure you know the situation where like you have growth come back.
Yeah.
So every time you have growth, it comes back, and sometimes it alters the way your face looks on camera. So it does make a difference.
Now, you know, a lot of the barbers right now, we're using enhancements, we're using hair fibers, and we're using, you know, semi-permanent
Yeah, this
hair
is all
color.
natural, bro. You good. This is all natural. This is
you
me
know,
right
well,
here.
you know what it is. A lot of the stuff that we're using come from barbers who cut models' hair, who get them ready to be either on TV or in front of the camera, where the hairline's not there. We put the fiber on, or we put hair color enhancements. That all originated barbers doing that, and now the barbers, on set, and now barbers are doing that in the shop.
Okay.
You know, now is there any advertisement in when you're modeling ad that says all noodle round? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my hair.
Nothing that I've come across yet, but I do see it. You know, the good old Steve Harvey enhancements where you got everything pew pew pew. It's like, oh damn, that boy hairline sharp. Then you look, and it's like, oh, that looks like paint. Might be that Beijing that they be using.
Now, on your bio, it has all your information.
Yes.
And you use your IG as basically like a digital profile.
Correct.
And how do you go about getting work? Do you have an agency? You send it out to people? Are you tagging
Honestly,
photographers when you post?
I don't. I usually tag whoever it is that I'm working with, but for the most part, people usually reach out to me.
Okay.
So.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to the
problem.
ScissorSalute show. Hold on, don't get up and go, because we gotta let the people know how they can get in contact with you. Some booking information, how they could get in contact with you, any social media information that you'd like to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
Okay, no problem. So you may want to go to my Instagram. It's JON_RIVERA 89. That's John_Rivera 89. And all my information's there. Usually I get everyone to just DM me. If you need any more information, it's all there.
Well, thank you so much for coming down here to the ScissorSalute Show Modeling, and also taking some time for this interview that we did sporadically, but we felt like we had to interview him, and we got the customers aspect of, number one, the importance of, you know, stepping into the establishment and seeing what you like and what you don't like, and also the appointment apps, which seems to be big, and now we just got done asking from the other side. We usually ask from this side how barbers and hairstylists feel about it, and it's great to, you know, get some, you know, feedback from yourself. So let's see who's in that chat right there. Oh, we got a phone call. Hello, you're live on air with the ScissorSalute Show.
What up, Papa? What you doing, man?
What's going on, Udi?
You know, just chilling, driving home from work, baby.
All right, well, don't crash now. So we got Udi. We got Udi on the
Tesla, bro. You know, the thing drives itself.
All right, so we got Udi on the line. He's a 11-year pioneer in the industry. A very interesting story right here. At 19 years old, he was working, I believe, construction. He had, you know, there was some sort of accident that happened. He decided to go to a barber school, and here we are.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, I had a little accident coming over by a truck, you know, and decided I needed to do something else in my life, and we out here.
Well, that's good to
We out
hear.
here just grinding.
Well, that's good to hear. You open up a business, and let us know what happened when you opened up the business and the state board came there. Because when you open up a business, you had a business before you had a license. Let us know.
Yeah, so I you know, I had a few homies that had already had graduated from barber school, and you know, they had nowhere to work, and I had a little check coming my way, so we put together a little barber shop, and I stopped going to school because I was running the barber shop. I was just working, and started running this barber shop, cutting hair every day, 7 days a week. On one of those days, I'm not sure what day exactly it was, but state board happened to.
And I was in the middle of doing a haircut. State board rolled up, and they wrote me $1,000 ticket, and I thought it was so foolish that I had to give them $1,000 just because I didn't have my L's, and I went back to school, got my license, and the rest was history. We just started grinding on that legal term.
Yeah. So I have to bring it up. On your journey to becoming a barber, there's always the ups and downs. And obviously that accident brought, a down point or whatever, where it came along with some pain, and, people make bad decisions, wrong decisions. Bring us, because now you are where you are in life, and, your past is what made you today. Bring us through exactly what happened. Keep a little brief, but let us know what happened.
Well, when I decided that I was going to become a barber, I talked to my folks about it, and my mom was supportive, but my dad was like, I don't know, so I had to kind of like find my way. And through desperation, I had 2 surgeries on my leg, and I wasn't able to work, and I didn't know how I was going to pay for school. Desperation led me to doing things that maybe I shouldn't have done. I ended up, committing my first robbery, and I robbed a bank. I robbed a bank, and with the money that I got, I actually paid for barber school. So that's really what like got me there. And then I had that little bit of money, opened up a shop. Fast forward 7 years later. I guess my fingerprints were ran through a system, and it came up that I had done this robbery. I was arrested for it. I did a whole court case. I beat the court case, and I was just blessed, man. I was just blessed that I was given a second chance. The judge said, I see that you're a barber and that you're helping out the community. At that point, I was taking in kids that were doing bad in school, and I was trying to give them, a place to hang out and a place to do their homework at my barbershop. I did some bad, but I knew I did bad, and I wanted to make it up by doing even more good,
Okay, so now you have the shop, and DL Master Barber, who's in the studio, I believe about a year ago, right around near the time IBS. So I believe it was in March. DL Master Barber was on the show, and he talked about different requirements that it takes to be working at his establishment. 1, he needs to talk to your significant other. 2, your credit score has to be a certain number to work there.
Right.
Uday, we talked earlier, and here we see it again. Let's get into the requirement of, it's not a requirement. Uday actually
it's a request.
It's a request. Yes, it's a request.
It's a request. I mean, legally, we can't require you to subject your finances to have a job, unless you're in a financial institution, which we're not. So I request from my barbers, a full copy of their credit score, of their credit report. And once I get their credit report, we start working out, okay, well, what can we do and how fast can we fix your credit so that when you leave my barbershop, when you leave from working with me, if you ever do leave, if you want to work with me forever, man, more power to you. I appreciate the loyalty. But if you come into my shop and you subject to this, I want to help you be able to reach some of those financial goals that really weren't taught in school. They weren't taught anywhere else. It's funny that you mentioned DL Master Barber because I was out with him out in Arizona, and we were talking about this particular subject, and I didn't know that he did this. The way that I learned it was through the court case. While I was doing this court case for the bank robbery, I was put in a program called CASA, and through CASA, I had to submit all my documents. And when I left the program, I had to leave with a over 700 credit score. If not, I would have to stay there until I reached that point. And that really just put me in a different mindset. And I said, I want to implement that with my barbers because I saw how much it changed my life. I was able to buy a house. You see that? You know what I mean? We were able to buy a house. We're able to buy the cars. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that if you don't have a good credit score. You need the money. You need a grind. You need a hustle. You need that job. But you need to have that credit because credit can take you a lot farther than having a paper, cash money in hand.
What was their reasoning for it in the program? Was it so that you'd be able to do certain things as well?
I'm sorry?
What was their reasoning for it in the program? What was their reasoning for making you have a higher credit score?
While I was in the court, their reason for us doing that was so that we wouldn't ever have to commit another crime. You see, so they were trying to rehabilitate me so that I would never have to be put in the position to need to rob a bank, or to need to, because they gave me all the tools that I needed to succeed.
Right.
They gave me all these tools, and the most powerful tool that they gave me was credit.
Wow.
Okay,
and that's just the truth, I mean, without the credit, the house wouldn't be here. Without the credit, the cars wouldn't be here. All these things were something that were implemented through the court. I mean, I was asked if you had a chance to do this all over again, would you do it? And I told the judge I would if I knew I was going to get the same result. The thing is that I learned discipline from different barbers and from the court system. See, a lot of people are trained, and we're trained to not like the federal court system or police officers or whatnot. It's already in our mind that we don't like them, that they're out to get us. I'm actually a person who can say different, who can say I was helped by the federal government. They put me up on game. They showed me how not to go back to jail. They did all these things, and I want to share all these things that they taught me with my employees and with the people that I get to touch with our, through our foundations and the charity work we do.
Salute to that.
Now, we talked about one of the, again, requests that you make at your place of business. And for those of you that are watching right now, Udi is not only the owner of a shop, he's done platform work where he's done educating, and he's done numerous things. He's worked alongside some very talented barbers. But again, it's another request, but it's also giving back. Like Kate, we just got off the phone with Kate Cuts. And she was talking about during a natural disaster, she opened up her doors to help other people in need. And now you're doing something like that where you are helping out the community. Let us know again. I guess it's another request that you have for the people that work in your business. Let's go over that and let's get into what you do.
What I ask of my barbers is to donate a minimum of 10 hours a week. Of 10 hours a week of donating haircut time. And what that means is we have, and I work at a country club. The country club that we work at, we have a foundation called Perfect Step, or Be Perfect. What they do is they work with people that have spinal cord injuries. So everybody that is in this program, there's 130 members. Everybody that's in this program has either been in a wheelchair or is some type of paraplegic, or they're hurt some way. They don't have jobs and they rely on assistance. So what I decided to do along with my team was to donate once a month a haircut per member, because they don't work. They need it. And charity starts at home. If you're gonna give back, you might as well start giving back at home. And that's how that started. So I require my barbers to actually donate time to these people, and then through that we've started doing other events. But a requirement that I have is that we all do, and including myself, we all do community service. And the community service we choose is to cut hair. We specify groups that we take care of. So we take care of people in wheelchairs or that are injured, that are fully disabled, and we also take care of orphanages, and we do retirement homes. Those are our three markets that we really try to reach out to and donate our time to.
Well,
Wow.
that's great. You know what it is? Udi and myself, we talked before the show. He brought us something great, and it's hard because in our profession, we love what we do, and again, I was talking to Kate. She has 5 kids, 5 boys, and I'm at a point in my life. I'm 40 years old, where it's just like, this is it. I am a barber. This is my career. There is no meet me outside of the shop or meet me after the shop for this, that, and the third. This is all I'm doing. So the thought of money is always in my head, and it's great to hear. It's great to hear when you're talking about doing stuff like this, and it comes back to you in a different way.
Yes,
like it'll come back to you in
forward.
something else.
Yeah.
Tell us the number of. Do you have an event coming up? And tell us the amount of heads that you plan on cutting. There's an event coming up.
So I'm super excited about this. It's the first time that I've been able to really reach out on a big scale to my community. I was able to meet up with everybody but the mayor, pretty much. We're gonna do an event with 300 families, which we estimate we should be doing about 1,000 haircuts.
Wow.
That day. So we're gonna try to pull off 1,000 haircuts one day for low income, below the poverty level families that are in the neighborhood in the Los Angeles area. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have a really, really, really heavy problem with homeless people and people that are below the poverty rate here in California. So what we want to do is we want to show these kids some self-love. First of all, we want to show them how to love themselves, how to take care of themselves, how to groom themselves. That's number one. Number two, we want to show them that we came from the same cities. We came from the same backgrounds. I'm an ex bank robber. Luckily, I'm not a felon, but I came from a hard upbringing, and I'm doing pretty well, and it's all because of barbering, and it was the vision. And every time something went wrong, I just kept cutting hair. Every time things were going good, I kept cutting hair. And it's like, it was always the answer. If anything went wrong, it was like, I need to cut more hair. If I needed money, cut more hair. If I didn't feel good, cut more hair. It's like, it was always the answer. So right now, I'm blessed that we get to give back to these 300 families, and just cut hair for free. And I mean, absolutely free to them, Luckily, we have a few sponsors and people that help us out. So we're going to be able to pull this off. And I'm very excited about it. If anybody wants to join us or is interested in coming out and helping cut hair on March 25th in Pomona, California, you're more than welcome to hit me up. It's on Instagram, I'm Udi Jr. Yeah, pretty much that's about it, man.
We need to get you in contact with our friend over there in Chicago with 24 hours cutting the negativity.
Oh, yeah.
Where he cuts for 24 hours straight.
Yeah,
and
that's solid.
And he's taking a ride out here. Sephro's going to have to give you the number. You guys are going to have to link up. He's definitely all about giving back, and 24 hours straight the gentleman cuts. And he started off by himself, and he's been, ups and downs with his movement, trials and tribulations, mistakes, and he's ready to keep going. Uday, thank you so much for calling up to the show.
Thank you, Papa.
The doors are open anytime you're in New York to come down here in the studio, show us what you do, and then we could do this again with an interview, maybe catch an update on how that event went. Before we let you go, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you and all your social media information that you would like to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
Man, just hit me up on my Instagram. Really, it's UDE_JR. That's really just my main platform right there.
All right, well, thank you so much for calling into the ScissorSalute show.
I sent you guys some fast fade gear. Y'all be getting it in the mail soon, all right?
Go ahead. We got one question for you.
Udi, one question. How many barbers do you have so far helping you out with this event?
I have 15 right now, and we're hoping to get like another 15 to 20 to really be able to rock this whole thing.
Okay, so salute to that. So hopefully we have some barbers reaching out to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Y'all be blessed. Peace. Peace.
Hi, my name is Antonino Lombardi. I am a third-generation barber hairstylist, and today I'm going to be talking to you and sharing you some tips and tricks that I do with my clients who have autism, disabilities, and just for good practice. So the most important thing is client consultation. When it comes down to client consultation, you want to ask the client and ask the parent what is it that they're sensitive to, whether it's smell, touch, feel, or any noise. As far as touching them, you want to make sure that as if you're tilting their head, you put the hand on their shoulder and you tilt their head. You always want to make them feel comfortable. Anytime you talk to them, you want to look into their eyes and just kind of guide them on what it is you're going to do, how you're going to do it. The second important thing would be smell. You have to be careful on what kind of scents you're using, whether it's a styling product, whether it's sanitizing, alcohol, or any sort of aerosol sprays. Smell can be known as a sensitivity issue. Third most important thing is feeling. Whether your client is feeling down or feeling up, you always want to put them in a position where they're going to be feeling happy and feel good. And that's when they get a great haircut, is you make them feel good, and that's what it's about. The fourth most important thing in your client consultation is noise. Anyone could be sensitive toward noise. Whether it's your clippers or trimmers, you always want to try it on your arm first, then you can try it on your client's arm so that they know that it's not painful and it just tickles. So always be patient and aware of what you're doing with your client. Just give them the best service you can give them and make them feel good.
Well, thank you so much for tuning into the ScissorSalute show. Again, we'd like to ScissorSalute. We'd like to ScissorSalute Ludafe just for coming down.
Paramount Styles.
Paramount Styles. Give him the phone number. Give him the phone number.
Phone number.
631 486 486. What is the last four? 7559. We'd also like to ScissorSalute his model that came up in here. Jonathan Rivera, 86. What is it?
89.
89. 89. Another number. And we'd like to ScissorSalute and congratulate Kate Owens for that award that she received with Paul Mitchell. Again, only 12 people around the world get it. She got one. We'd also like to ScissorSalute Udi and wish him luck on what is these? How many families are cutting? 300.
300.
Oh my Lord.
He has an amazing
we gotta
story
link him up with Cut the Negativity. What's his name?
He has 15 barbers so far. He's looking for 15 more.
We hit him up. We gotta link him up. Juan, if you watch right now, hit up Sefro, and we need to link you two together. You guys are on the same type of movement. One thing that I want to like to cover real quick is Sefro, you got the recording going on. Listen, we don't use the term shout out here. Shout out was made up by the hip hop world. DJ Ralph McDaniels and Yo TV Raps came up with the whole thing, shout out. Now what happened is you had all these athletes growing up watching these programs. So, you had like Allen Iverson. He's growing up as a teenager watching that. So now these athletes get in front of the camera. They start, hey, let me give a shout out. That's how that came about, because you were watching Video Music Box or your own TV
Video
Raps.
music box.
Again, and the culture came around with it. So now these sports analysts are interviewing these athletes and like, yo, let me give a shout out. The guy's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, and now they're doing the shout out. So along the way, they're just like, okay, would you like to give a shout out? ScissorSalute comes into play. The ScissorSalute is a gesture, compliment, greeting, lifestyle, and brand dedicated to the profession. There's no reason why anybody in our industry should still be using the words shout out.
True indeed.
There's no reason for us to still be using it. Whether you're putting up something up on your page to say, hey, I would like to ScissorSalute this person, it should be there. The shout out shouldn't be there. And now if you're on some, oh, you know what? I like Eli, I like Sephora, I like New York Queen. I would like to show you support. Very simple. Just use it. It's free. And I'd also like to congratulate the whole ScissorSalute, what we're doing here. Sephora, New York Queen. We're now registered. We're no longer a trademark, so now I got to get a hat. We're actually registered.
You got to get a hat. I got to get a T-shirt.
And I got to get another T-shirt too. I gotta get
right, because you only have 2.
So make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram,
Did we get a shot of
Facebook.
the beard?
Give us a thumbs up. Huh?
We got a shot of Dante's
and
beard.
ScissorSalute. Yeah, we zoom in on the beard. And we'd also like to ScissorSalute Dante, the creator of the BBA. And again, it's the Barber and Beauty Association.
No enhancements.
No enhancements, just advancements.
So salute, Lou the Fagician.
This is my first time being a model, too.
So again, thank you so much for watching the program. We're gonna do the sound off real quick. ScissorSalute sound off. When I say scissor, you know you say salute. Say it as loud as you can, because there's only 4 of us. Small. Oh, when I say scissor, you say salute. Make sure it's loud enough, because it's a small group.
Hey, bars.
Bars. Scissor!
Salute!
There we go. Oh, you heard that? We echoed over here.
Yeah,
Over here, the symbol. Thank you so much for watching the program. If you like house music, stay tuned. StrongIsland.tv is the quickest growing TV channel on Facebook, and it's coming up next, My House Show. Give us a thumbs up on Strong Island TV and ScissorSalute.
Like us.